Hello. I tried to make the vibe a little more chill in here today just because we're going to be doing a little bit more of a chill class. Hello. Hi, and welcome. We're going to do a little bit more of like a chill class today. So we'll start it up with a little bit of fire, some Agni in the beginning, and then we'll just do a lot of like flowy, seated chill. Hey, Rich. So, yeah. Anybody have any special requests before we get started? I want today to really be about centering your awareness. I know we've been talking about that so much lately, but it's been a really big part of my life, and I like to share with you. So, all right, awesome. We're going to go ahead and get started. And I kind of want you guys to be a little closer. Hold on, I'm going to move this thing over here. Okay, there we go. All right, so go ahead and just take a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sit up nice and tall. You can place your hands on your knees, palms facing down or palms facing up. Or you can have your hands at heart center if you want to. Whatever you want to do. If you have your palms facing down, it's better for grounding. If you have your palms facing up, it's better for receiving. I want you to just start by taking some deep breaths. And to begin centering our awareness back on the body. And maybe trying to quiet the mind a little bit. And the next big inhale, I want you to fill the lungs all the way up. And then exhale through the mouth, just let it all go. We're going to do that again, taking another deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, let it all go. Just breathing on your own now. And I want to start the class with the sound of Om today. So I'm going to bring my hands at heart center, and if you want to Om with me, you can. We'll start on the inhale together, taking a deep breath in. I'm just taking a couple more moments in this energy, in this breath, in this pose. And maybe if your mind is wandering and you're like, oh my gosh, I wanted more work than this today, then maybe you really needed to be more quiet. I feel like we always need what we want, the opposite of. In yoga, that is. Before we begin today, I want to start with some breath work. We'll do some pranayama. So we're going to take our thumb, and you know how you're like talking to someone, you're like, shaka, do like that, but then let your ring finger come out. So we've got our pointer finger and our middle finger bent. We've got our ring finger and our pinky finger and our thumb extended. So this is on the right hand. I'm going to place my thumb over my right nostril, and we take a deep breath in through the left nostril. Then I'm going to switch, placing my pinky and my ring finger on my left nostril, opening up my right nostril, and I'm going to exhale out of the right. I will take a deep breath in through the right. Switch hands, and exhale out the left. And keep doing this on your own, inhaling. Switch. Another one, inhale. Switch. Next breath in. While you're doing this, make sure you're filling the lungs. Switch all the way up. And then exhaling all the way out like a deflating and inflating balloon. Really powerful in the lungs here. Keep going on your own. If you're getting confused, it's right thumb and then pinky and ring finger. You just alternate back and forth. When we use pranayama or breath work, we're really getting the energy to move throughout our body. So keep going on your own for just a couple more breaths, and I'm going to talk about it. We invite a lot of breath in. We bring fresh oxygen to every cell of our body. So it's literally cleansing the physical body, but also energetically, you're clearing the vibrations out from within you and breathing in and breathing out. Just do 3 more on your own. And after your third and final breath, you can release and allow your shoulders to become heavy. Maybe you take your shoulders up to your ears and then just let them drop. We'll do this a couple times. Just taking the shoulders up to the ears and just drop them really heavy. And we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, release. Last one. Good, we're gonna do some shoulder rolls now. So just moving with your breath. You allow these to get juicy. Maybe rolling forward and up and then backward and down. Maybe you want to go the other way, going forward and down and backward and up. Maybe you want to play around with going one shoulder then the next shoulder. Just allowing your body to move and observing it in this way that we don't normally do. If you're going one way, just switch now. And try to really tune in, bring some real awareness to your physical body. What every muscle's feeling, every muscle's thinking, every joint, every bone, every tendon, every cell. You can go ahead and stop. We're going to turn our knees still. We're going to take a couple rounds of just seated cat and cow. So inhaling, take your gaze up, kind of poke back out with the tailbone, and then exhale, chin to chest, round the back. We'll just do 1 more of these. And then we'll take a choose your own adventure. You can continue doing cat and cow, or you can make some rolls here with the spine. Left to right, kind of like the barrel rolls we did last week. I think we did those last week. You can go the other way. Just circling back to our breathing. Circling back to our inhales and exhales and allowing those breaths to really fill the body. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release. We can take another couple of breaths, still choosing your own adventure. If you want to take some neck rolls, or if you want to stretch your arms overhead, and take the side stretch. Maybe you cactus the arms, and do some twists or something. It's up to you. I want you to really feel your body and ask yourself, what do I need today? Just taking 1 more deep, intentional breath here. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and roll over the knees. We're going to come to all fours. We'll start with some cat-cow, but then we're going to move. Okay, so if you want to just rock your hips left to right, or if you want to get right in, you can start with some cats. or some cows. Make sure you're drawing that navel to the spine really tight, protecting the low back. Then after the next breath, just go ahead and find stillness, neutral spine here. And I want you to tuck your toes. So we're not moving into a downward facing dog yet. I really just want you to lift your knees up to a hover off the ground, and I want you to pull your feet towards your hands and pull your hands towards your feet. Yes, you should feel everything like shaking right now. We're gonna stay here for 3, 2, 1. Extend, lift the hips, downward facing dog. If you want to invite some movement to your dog, you can bend a knee or wiggle however you need to. Next inhale, lift high on the toes. And exhale, lower those heels back down. On the next inhale, lift high on the toes. But on the exhale, we're going to bend the knees, take them all the way to a hover. Bring them as close to the ground as you can without touching, and then really, really suck your core in. Pull your hands to your feet and your feet towards your hands, and push the ground away with your shoulders. You should feel this in your core, in your quads, in your shoulders, in your arms, and in your toes. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to a downward facing dog. Maybe you want to invite a little more movement here. That feels good for you. And the next breath, lift up high on the toes. Exhale, bring the heels down to the ground. We've got one more to do, so lift up high on the toes again. Bend the knees, bring them all the way down to a hover. Don't touch the ground. Keep that core nice and tight, and really, really imagine that you're pulling your hands and feet together. You've got this, you got this, you got this for 3, 2, 1. Come back to a downward facing dog. Middle around here, and then go ahead and take your right foot up to the sky. Make some circles in the ankle, and then go ahead and bend the knee and make some circles in the hip. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then we're going to take that right knee, hug it in as much as you can. We're going to move through a core plank all the way up to your right shoulder. Just tap it here, and we're going to move back to a 3-legged dog. Yeah. All right, doing it again. Left shoulder, hug that knee in as tight as you can. Tap up, above that left elbow. And then come back to a 3-legged dog. Last one, take that knee to your nose. Curl in tight, and then plant that right foot between the hands. We're going to take both of our arms up to the sky for crescent pose. Take a deep inhale here. Then exhale, bend that back knee. Just bring it down to a tap. And then inhale, we're going to come all the way up. So you should feel this in your glute. And then exhale down to a tap. Inhale up. We'll do this 2 more times. Awesome. Go ahead and take your arms down beside you. We're going to bend at the hips. Shift your weight forward, and we're going to move into airplane pose. So think about opening in your heart here. We don't want to be closed off. And then think about extending this back leg, flexing these toes or pointing these toes so this leg becomes active. Go ahead and take your hands down to the ground, standing L. So we're going to stay in the standing L for just a minute here. And then we're going to do my favorite thing, which is like these little rainbow arcs. So just tap your toes outside of the right of the yoga mat. And then take a deep breath in, squeeze in that glute, and then tap them on the outside of the left of the yoga mat. We'll do this 3 more times. You're like, I thought she said this was going to be a chill class. Well, I just want to get our internal fire going before we get super chill, okay? You're going to enjoy it so much better. Last one. And then place your right foot behind your left. So just cross your legs. And then you'll be in this cross-legged forward fold. Just hang out here for a couple moments. Notice my head's got a little tension in it. Just relax that neck. We don't want to be holding any tension in the body now. And while we're in this fold, just allow any type of worry or stress to just melt completely off of you. You have both feet on the ground, and maybe you've got both of your hands on the ground or on a block. We're fully rooted in this body, fully rooted in this light, fully grounded, fully supported, and fully safe. And the next breath in, we're going to come all the way up to standing. And once you come to standing, you can release that, this is my left leg, and just take it back. We're going to move into pyramid pose. So my left toes are at a 45-degree angle out to the left, and my right toes are facing forward. I'm going to place my hands on my hips so I know which way my hips are facing, and then you can take a nice inhale, and then exhale, fold. So I'm going to keep my hands on my hips, but you can take reverse prayer if that feels good for you. You can grab opposite elbows. Finding length and supplying the body with fresh energy on the inhales. And then maybe deepening your stretch on the exhales. And then on the next breath in, you can go ahead and bring your hands down to the ground. You can lift up that left leg. I've got my right leg a little bent here to make it easier, and just place it at the back of the mat. Both hands plant, and we're going to send the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. You can make some circles in the ankle or the hip here. And go ahead and bend through that right knee. Open the hip as much as you can. You can just stay here and enjoy this hip stretch, or if you want to, you can flip your dog. So just flip it on over. Something important in the flip your dog. Well, I hear so many different variations, but I was also told to keep this back foot really, really light, like you were stepping on a baby's stomach. I love that analogy, so think about that. Try to be light. Make strong arms, strong core, strong leg. Then the next breath in, coming back up to a three-legged dog. And the next breath, moving into a fallen triangle. So you can take a modified fallen triangle if you want by placing your knee on the ground and sending your hips forward and your left arm up to the sky. If you want to take the full expression, just place your right foot outside the left side of the yoga mat. Turn that back ankle, heel, and then lift the left arm up. And then on the next breath, go ahead and release. We're going to take that right knee and just bring it down onto the mat now. Send the right foot over to the left side of the yoga mat, and then bend the left knee and bring it in. Sit between your feet. So we're moving into cow face or Gomukhasana. Keep your feet flexed here. If you're a boy, you just got to move the stuff out of the way. I don't know how to describe that for you. Sorry. So we're going to take a couple moments here to really feel this pose. You can stay here just like you are, or you can move with the hands. It's up to you. Yogi's choice. Choose your own adventure today. So the leg that's over in Gomukhasana is also the arm that's over. So we'll take the right arm, like we're about to high five. Take the palm facing forward. And then bend at the elbow and let the hand touch your back. We're going to take the left hand, palm facing backward. Bend the elbow and then try to reach. If you can grab your hands, really think about opening in the chest, pulling your heart through. If you can't reach your hands, you can use a strap or a towel or a t-shirt. Or you can just hold one arm up or one arm down. It's up to you. And if you're like so close, here, I'll show you. And if you're like so close and you can't reach it, but you're like almost there, you can really like push this arm into place first. So look how far I can get that, and then you can reach. Or you can start by pushing this arm down first, and then find it that way. Wherever you are, make sure you breathe, and you've got your feet flexed here. You've got your navel drawn to the spine. Get your nice deep inhales and the nice slow exhales. Breathing in and out. Taking one more round of breath like we are. Whenever you're done, just go ahead and release. We're going to uncross the legs now. Meet in a child's pose. So you can take your knees together and just let your body rest down. Or you can take your knees apart. Let your body rest between. So the difference here is the shape of our tailbone. If we've got our knees apart, it'll give us a deeper stretch in the hip. If you've got your knees together, it'll be like a round in the back spine, kind of just relaxing, soothing. Wherever you are, just allow your eyes to close and your mind to wander just a little bit. Finding some deep breath. Some slow movement. And taking one more deep round of breath here. And then after that breath, just slowly roll up to an all fours position. Bringing your knees to be stacked underneath the hips, this time in case they were too far out or too close together. If you want to take a round of cat and cow, you may. Or any other movements that feel good for you. Just getting centered here for a couple more moments. Now on the next breath, tuck the toes, lift the hips a little bit, and just float those knees off the ground. Pull those hands and feet together. Now on the next breath, lift all the way up, downward facing dog. Lift up high on the toes, inhale. Lower the heels down to the ground, exhale. One more strong inhale. The heels up high, and then exhale, bend the knees, bring them down from that. Hover. Make sure you're still pushing the ground away with your shoulders and really press into that pointer finger knuckle. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lift the hips. Downward facing dog. We've got one more. Lift the heels. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift the heels again. Exhale, bend the knees. We got that hover motion going. And notice how my weight was kind of back here. Try to bring it over your shoulders over your wrists, so it's like a lot more work. All right, and go ahead and lift all the way back up into a downward facing dog. Good. If you want to shake your dog out a little bit, you may. Whenever you're ready, just send that left foot up to the sky, making circles in the ankle, in the hip. And go ahead and hug that left knee in. As high as you can, tap the left shoulder, inhale up, three-legged dog. Exhale, moving through other shoulder. Try to tap all the way up in there. You got this. Three-legged dog. Last one, core plank. Try to tap your nose, hug in as tight as you can, and then place that left foot between the hands. Send both arms up to the sky. Crescent pose. Take a nice strong inhale here. Then exhale, we're going to tap that right knee down onto the ground. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. We've got one more. Last one. Then come up. Send those arms behind you. Yeah. You can probably feel it in your shoulders. And we're moving into airplane pose. It's okay if you fall. Just try to focus on your breathing. Try to stay grounded. Lift that right leg higher. Open in your chest. And then go ahead and take both hands down onto the ground. Standing L. And keep those toes dialed down towards the ground. Take a nice strong inhale here. Nice slow exhale. And we're going to go ahead and do those rainbow taps that are my favorite. So tap your toes on the outer left side of the mat. And then inhale, take a move to the right. We'll do this 3 more times. And focusing on your breath here. Last one. And then place that right foot on the outside of the left. We're meeting in this twisted fold. Taking a really nice deep inhale here. You can exhale through the mouth, just sigh it all out. Relax your head and neck. And let all the stagnant energy just float and melt off of you now. Say, I release, I release, I release. Just a couple more moments. And on the next breath in, just come all the way up to standing. Keeping the front leg, which is the left leg where it is. We're going to take the right foot back just a couple steps and turn those toes out to a 45-degree angle to the right. Place your hands on your hips and square away. We're moving into pyramid. So whatever arm variation you took on the other side, you may take here. Find a nice inhale, lead with the chest. Exhale, fold with the hips. And allow your inhales to fill you up with fresh energy. Like it's delivering fresh energy to every cell of your body. And with each exhale, maybe moving deeper and deeper into the pose, a little deeper into the stretch. Keep leading with your heart. One more breath. And then go ahead and bend that front knee, bring your hands to the ground. We're going to send that right foot back to the back of the mat. Let the hands plant firmly and then lift that left leg up, three-legged dog. We're going to go ahead and bend that knee now. Take that left foot to the center of the mat. And then take those left toes over to the right. We're going to bend the right knee and hug it in here. Moving into Gomukhasana, sit between your feet. Keep these toes nice and flexed. We'll take just a moment here to just really focus on our breathing and focus on our body. Now, if you want to take the variation we took on the other side, we're going to use the arms here. So since the left leg is on top, the right arm is going to be on top. So send your right arm up like we're high-fiving, palm facing forward. Then bend at the elbow, just send it to your back. And take the right arm behind you, palm facing back, bend at the elbow, and clasp. My shoulders used to be really tight, and every time I would do this, it would like push my head down. So I have to fight to keep my shoulders away from my head. Now I've got a lot more flexible in my shoulders, but if you don't have that much flexibility in the shoulders, you're probably dealing with something like this, and just try to think about opening in the heart. And if you don't have a grip on your hands, you can use a strap, or even if you can grip your hands and you're still pushing your head down, a strap will help give you more space there. On the next exhale, go ahead and release. You can take those hands out if you want to. Maybe give yourself some wrist love. Maybe you want to give yourself a mini hand massage. And we're just going to roll over the knees again one more time. Just uncross. And we're going to meet in child's pose. Letting your hips sink all the way back. Letting your arms come all the way out in front of you. But you can bend the elbows, or maybe you make pillows with your hands. While you're in this pose, try to make your inhales longer and your exhales slower. You can stay in this child pose. And I'm going to tell you a story. I don't know the exact origins of this story, but there's a story of a little boy. And he's in a village and he asks the old wise man to tell him a story. And the old wise man says that within each of us there are two wolves. There's a good wolf and a bad wolf. And they're constantly fighting each other. And the little boy wants to know, well, which one wins? So the old wise man says, the one that wins is the one that you feed. So whatever we focus on is what will grow. Whatever we bring our awareness to is what we're going to attract more of in our lives. So when I talk about our awareness in yoga, it's about practicing that focus, and practicing having awareness in general. Because when people let the bad wolf win, it's not because they chose it, it's just because they were unaware of their focus for the most part. When we step between our thoughts, when we meditate, when we find stillness and awareness in the mind, we're getting out ahead of it. The next breath, tuck the toes, lift up the elbows, activate those arms, plant in the hand. We're moving into a downward facing dog. And then send that right leg up to the sky. Open the hip. And then we're going to move through to pigeon pose. So bending that knee, sinking the hips down low, relaxing that back foot. Just make sure that it's facing the right direction, okay? I want you to rock your weight to the right, and then I want you to rock your weight to the left, and then I want you to find that middle spot where your weight is evenly distributed on your hips, you're centered in the body. You can keep those front toes flexed and try to bring this front leg to like a 90-degree angle with the body, or you can keep those toes pointed and you can keep them in a little more. But wherever you are, try to make sure to go in it at your 50% capacity. And then allow your exhales to move you deeper and deeper. If you want to come down onto your forearm. And maybe you rest your head on the ground, or if you have blocks or a chair by you, you can lean on that. A lot of people think that hot power yoga is the hardest kind. But I think there is strength in sitting through the discomfort. It's more difficult for most people to quiet the mind than it is to move the body fast. So just relax into it. And allow yourself to breathe through the discomfort. If this is painful for you, you can actually roll over on your back and you can cross your right foot on top of your left knee and take reclined pigeon instead. But there's a great, I don't know if it's a saying, but something we say in yoga or something that a lot of yogis say is that life is like pigeon pose. So if you're in pain, you need to back out, right? But if you're in discomfort, then you just must learn to breathe through it. Taking one more breath. After that breath, just go ahead and bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, tuck the back toe. We're going to send the right leg up to the sky. Slowly, steadily. Let me go ahead and switch. Sending the left leg up, opening in the hip. And then exhale, bringing that knee to nose on our way to pigeon pose. So I know you couldn't really see it on that side, but I've got my toes flexed here. Shift your weight to the left, and then shift your weight to the right. Then find that center of balance. You can keep your toes like this, or you can flex that foot, keep it at like a right angle. and sit up like this. I think this is the more correct way to do it. It's a lot more painful. And if you have hip injury and you don't want to do that, you can take recline. Just like this. But if you've got recline, put in, keep that foot flexed. Wherever you are, still going into the pose at about 50% capacity. And then allowing yourself to move deeper and deeper into it. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. And as the thoughts wander in, ask yourself, which wolf am I feeding? Feeling your muscles release even more on the exhale. Breathing through the discomfort. And then after the next breath, go ahead and bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck the back toe. We're going to send that left foot up to the sky. You can make a circle here if you want to, and then whenever you're ready, just come down onto your knees. Tuck your toes and sit back up on your heels. When you get there, maybe you want to take shoulder rolls or some neck rolls. And sitting on our feet like this, we'll stretch the bottoms of our feet. And you can stay just like this, or if you want to, we're going to move into camel. So come all the way up, Ustrasana. Keep your feet about hip distance apart here. Bring your hands on your hips. Pull your shoulder blades back. Keep this core nice and tight. Take a deep inhale, gaze up, and gently back bend. You can remove the hands from your hips if you want to reach your feet. Keep your head neutral. Head and neck neutral. If you want to, you can come down to the tops of your feet if you can reach. And then coming up. Gently release. Come down. Child's pose. Then both hands over to the right. Leave some space between the hands, like you're leaving them shoulder width apart so you can find length between the shoulders as you draw that left hip back. You feel that in the side body on the left side. And then on the next inhale, just switching, taking them over the other direction. Pull that right hip back and down. And then on the next breath, coming back up through center. You can stay in child's pose, or if you want to take another more powerful pose, you can move into dolphin. If you want to chill, you can take the backs of the elbows onto the ground. Make prayer hands with your palms and then place it on the back of your neck. You can pull those elbows out a little further to stretch the upper arm. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. If you're on your forearms in dolphin, and you want to take a forearm stand, you just need to walk your feet in a lot so that we're closer to stack. And then maybe you just make some small hops. And then if you're doing some hops, just switch the leg. Pushing the ground away through your shoulders. Maybe you're in child's pose, or maybe you want cat and cow, or some hip circles, or something like that. Whenever you're ready, just go ahead and come all the way up. We're going to lay on our back now. Taking a nice deep inhale. Nice slow exhale. Bring your feet to the ground, knees up to the sky, and let's just gently rock them left and right. So you can take your feet about mat distance apart and just gently rock them left and right now. Allowing these movements to be really nice and slow, really nice and juicy. Just breathing and following your breath. Breathing in and out, slow and steady. If you want to add a little bit more, you can take your head to the right while your knees are to the left. And then take your head to the left while your knees are to the right. And then after the next one, just go ahead and take your knees up. We're going to take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place your arms out beside you like goalposts if you want to feel more open in the heart, or you can place your left hand on your heart and right hand on your abdomen. We're going to do a little more breath work here. We're going to move into a 3-part breath. So moving with your breathing, we're going to first inhale from the lowest, deepest part of the lungs. And then next, we're going to move side to side as we allow the lungs to expand left and right. And then third, I want you to fill your lungs, the very top, all the way up to the space in the back of the throat. And then exhaling in reverse order, starting with the place in the back of the throat. And then side to side. And then the lowest part. We'll do this a couple more times, inhaling to the deepest part of the lungs, middle, side to side, and top. Then exhaling from the top to the middle, to the lowest part of the abdomen. All right, one more time. Taking one more nice deep breath in. Starting from the lowest part of the abdomen. And filling up the lungs side to side. And all the way to the space in the back of the throat. And then exhaling from the space in the back of the throat. The lungs side to side. And then the lowest, deepest part of the belly. Now allow your body and your breath to just relax. Wherever you are, just allow yourself to relax a little bit deeper. Taking 3 more breaths here in this moment, here in this pose. And after that last breath, go ahead and take both of the knees up to the sky. And take your feet mat distance apart, so you're opening them up a lot wider. And then send your knees together. Just feeling that reverse stretch as you close the pelvis a little more. You can place your hands on the body, or you can place them out beside you. Yogi's choice. We're going to do some energy work as we move through the chakras. So taking a nice deep breath in and imagining some glowing red light at the base of the spine. Like we're charging up that energy center. Maybe you begin to feel your heartbeat. Feeling grounded, feeling safe. Feeling connected, feeling whole. And just breathe love there, breathe light there. And then on the next breath, just go ahead and imagine that light and awareness energy moving up the base of the spine. Moving to right above the pelvis, right below the belly button. And your sacral chakra, glowing orange and light. Feeling creative. Feeling pleasure. I want you to imagine this orange light is connecting to the red light. And on the next breath in, drawing that awareness up to right above the belly button. This is where our solar plexus chakra is, and this chakra glows yellow. This is where you feel confidence. This is where you have your gut feeling. So just imagining these colors of light cleansing your body and charging you up as we move up again to the center of your heart. Maybe you have your left hand on your heart now. And sending some love to your heart. Some green, abundant energy. Breathing in and breathing out. And on the next breath, moving up. And imagining all the colors are lighting up within you now as you move to your throat chakra, which is blue. This talks about speaking your truth. So charging that and feeding into that energy of our truth. And it's funny that they're all connected, right? Because we usually need to speak our truth with love. We get love from our heart chakra. And then inhaling, moving up one more time to the space between the eyebrows. This is your third eye chakra. And the third eye is generally colored purple. If you focus and kind of cross your eyes in your head and focus all your energy there, you can kind of feel it beginning to tingle. This is where your intuition is. Like a rainbow of light, filling you with love and charging up the body. Moving now all the way to the crown of your head. Pink crown chakra. Opening ourselves up to the universe. Opening ourselves up to abundance. Opening ourselves to receive divine, juicy information from Source. And keeping all the other chakras lit and charged up so we can fully ground and move with our heart. You can go ahead and release your legs now and release your hands now. And take them down beside you, taking up as much space as you'd like. Taking one more deep breath in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth, just sigh. You can take Shavasana here. This is your final resting pose. I'll guide you back when it's time. Gently begin bringing awareness back to the body now, just by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then whenever you're ready, just rolling over onto your right side for a fetal pose. Taking one more nice deep inhale. And one more relaxing exhale. Coming up to a comfortable cross-legged seat, bringing your hands to heart center. We're going to end class with the sound of Om today, filling the lungs all the way up. The light within me honors, loves, and respects the light within you. Namaste. Happy Friday, beautiful people. Hope you have the best weekend of your life. Got a couple announcements. So my coaching business is going really great. If you don't know about it, I do offer abundance coaching services. So if you feel like you're out of alignment with yourself, if you feel like you're out of alignment with the universe, if you don't know why you're not making money and you don't know why you keep getting hit with all these bills, just hit me up because that's what I do. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to support you and give you love and tools and guidance and accountability to help you stay on track and ground your dreams into 3D reality. So just shoot me a message or write a comment here if you're interested in that. Also, we've got yoga every Friday. Today I moved it up to 5, which I kind of like. So I'm debating if we should do that again. Just let me know what you think. If you have requests, shout them out to me. Also, we'll be doing Ashtanga every once in a while here and there. So just give me your requests whenever you have them. And that's about it. Oh yeah, this is a donation-based class. So if you want to donate, feel free to Venmo me or Cash App, whatever you want to do, but no pressure. All that good stuff. You're welcome. Enjoy your weekend, guys. I love you so much. High five.